All right, let's just get right into it. We all have these big numbers we dream about hitting, a certain salary, a certain net worth, and for a lot of us, the ultimate badge of honor for discipline is waking up at 5 a.m. But there's a time that feels, well, it feels like it's on a whole other level, almost legendary, 4:30 a.m. Today, we're going to break down exactly how you can get there. And here's the secret. It has nothing to do with willpower. It's actually easy.
Yeah, this number, it looks pretty intense, right? But what if I told you this wasn't about punishing yourself? What if this was the key to unlocking a perfectly optimized day? A day where you're the one in control, you're productive, and everything just feels balanced. It all kicks off with this number.
So why 4:30? What's so special about it? What is this dream we're all chasing when we set that alarm before the sun even thinks about coming up? Well, it's all about creating a day that finally works for you, instead of feeling like you're always working against the clock. Okay, look at this schedule. This is really the heart of the 4:30 a.m. dream. If you've got a standard workday, you end up with two perfectly symmetrical blocks of free time, 4.5 hours in the morning and 4.5 in the evening. Now, think about your life right now. Most of us just get that one chunk of time at night, right? And by then, we're totally drained. This approach gives you a whole new block of fresh, high-energy time in the morning to work on what actually matters to you. You know, this is where we get it all backwards. We tell ourselves things like, oh, I'll fix my sleep schedule after I get rich or after I get ripped. But it's the other way around. A solid sleep schedule isn't the prize at the end, it's the foundation for everything else. It's like the first domino that gives you the time and the energy to knock down all the other ones. So if waking up this early is so great, why does pretty much everyone who tries it fail? Simple, because all the common advice you find online is, well, it's just broken. It's designed to make you fail, leaving you feeling like you just don't have enough discipline. But I'm telling you, the problem isn't you. It's the plan. I mean, does this look familiar? This is that perfect plan that's everywhere. You're supposed to just completely change your entire life overnight. Take a warm shower, dim the lights so low you can't even see the book you're supposed to be reading, try to meditate, and then just, lie in bed wide awake for 3 hours? It's completely ridiculous. And this right here, this is the fatal flaw. This kind of advice is built on the idea that you'll suddenly get this massive, superhuman burst of willpower to do a dozen things you've never done before, all at once. It's a strategy that relies on brute force, not a smart system. And you know what? Brute force always fails. So let's just throw all that old advice in the trash and start over with a system that actually works. And the very first step is a simple little technique to basically trick your brain into waking up on command. See, it's not about willpower, it's about conditioning. We're going to call it the one alarm method. The entire goal here is to create an automatic, gut-level response. Think of it like Pavlov's dogs, You're going to train your brain so that when it hears the sound of your alarm, it associates it with one thing and one thing only, physically getting out of bed. Just think about what the snooze button does. If you set 5 alarms every single morning, you are literally teaching your brain that an alarm is just a suggestion. It's a noise you can ignore 4 out of 5 times. The one alarm method completely flips that. It teaches your brain that when that sound goes off, it is an absolute non-negotiable command to move. Plus, you'll be a way better roommate. And the best part is, you can practice this, like right now. Just set your alarm for 1 minute from now, turn off the lights, get into bed, and just chill. The second it rings, your only job is to jump up, turn it off, and flick on the lights. That's it. Once you've got that down, you can add more steps, like stretching or splashing your face with water. Do this 5 times in a row, and you'll start building that crucial muscle memory. Okay, so now you know how to get out of bed. But how in the world do you shift your entire sleep schedule back by a few hours without feeling like a zombie? Well, that's the second part of our system, and it's called the 15-minute rule. This approach is it's genius because it's so simple. Instead of making this huge, painful leap from, say, 7 a.m. all the way to 4:30, you just move your wake-up time and your bedtime back by 15 minutes every day. It sounds slow, but look at this timeline. You can go from a normal schedule to a 4:30 a.m. wake-up in just 10 days, and your body will barely even notice. And here's why this gradual approach is so effective. Just saying, I'll go to sleep early tonight, is like trying to aim at a cloud. It's vague, it's fuzzy. But the 15-minute rule gives you a super specific target. You know exactly what time you need to hit. Tonight, I'm in bed at 9:45 p.m. A clear target is always, always easier to hit. So we've handled the morning wake-up call and the big picture schedule. Now let's talk about a few really simple ways to optimize your evening that will make falling asleep feel totally effortless. These are some easy wins. We've all heard about the blue light filters on our phones, but here's the secret they don't tell you. The default setting is basically useless. For this, you really have to go big or go home. You need to actually go into your phone settings and crank that filter all the way to the max. Your screen should look, well, it should look really, really red. The redder, the better. And here's the rule that goes with that. 30 minutes. For the last half hour before your new bedtime, all screens are off. Phone, TV, laptop, all of it. This gives your brain the signal it desperately needs to start winding down and get ready for sleep. This rule is non-negotiable. I can hear you asking it right now. 30 whole minutes? With no phone, no TV? What am I even supposed to do? The answer is literally anything else. Clean up a bit, do some stretching, get your breakfast ready for tomorrow. Honestly, you could sit there and read a pressure washer operations manual. The actual activity doesn't matter at all. The only thing that matters is that you are not looking at a screen. Trust me, this simple rule is a total game changer. All right, we're in the home stretch now. We've got our wake-up technique, we've got our gradual schedule, and we've got our evening screen rule. So let's just add a few final touches to lock this whole system in and guarantee you're going to succeed. These are the easy ones. First, caffeine. That stuff can stay in your system for like 10 hours, so just make a simple rule. No more caffeine after lunch. Second, food. Try not to eat a huge meal right before you go to bed. It really does make it harder to fall asleep. And finally, exercise. Tiring your body out during the day is probably the most natural and effective sleep aid on the planet. And of course, the last piece of perfect advice is to wake up at the exact same time every single day. Yes, even on weekends. But let's be real for a second. Nobody actually does this. Consistency is good, for sure, but don't let the idea of being perfect stop you from making really great progress. So when you boil it all down, the most crucial point is this. Stop trying to muscle your way into waking up early. It's exhausting and it just doesn't work. Instead, what you need is a smart, easy, gradual system like this one. It's not about being a superhero, it's just about having a much better plan. So there you have it, the complete toolkit. You've got the 1 alarm method, the 15-minute rule, and all the simple evening tweaks. Your new morning, with all that extra time, all that extra energy, it can literally start tomorrow. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it?